The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Welcome everyone to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'm Todd Kennelly along with Blake Bulletproof Troop, Jack Farmer. There's great combinations, guys. Chocolate chip cookies, peanut butter and jelly. But what do you make of beef candy?
These two are a pair of guys that have been giving a lot of people cavities here at Championship Wrestling over the years.
Tougher to deal with than a jawbreaker. We're going to look, Blake, at their formation, and then they did, in fact, make championship history. We're going to see Richie Slade take on Jordan Clearwater for the Heritage title.
Well, as you guys know, Jordan Clearwater's my guy. He has trained with me extensively at Black House, and Richie Slade did beat him for the belt, but I am not such a fan of how that matchup went. And when the fans watch it, they'll find out exactly why.
No doubt about it, Clearwater found himself in the molasses swamp in that one. And then, just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, you don't have to take on just 50%, as Flex would say. You have to take on 100% of beef candy. What do you make of the candy cap rule stipulation?
You know, they may say Flex is a meathead, but this is a stipulation that is made in Candyland. I think this is a great idea and has worked out well for him.
Let's get ready for a little candy crush.
Listen. Oh, Richie Slade. You guys don't need to be worried about what's going on out there. I'm sick and tired of seeing opportunities handed out for these guys that can flip, kick, and do all those little magical tricks. But one thing is lacking here. One thing. You know what? I'll explain to you in a moment because I didn't come here alone.
Oh, jeez. Look who's back.
That's right. There is one thing lacking, Richie.
I wonder what it is.
And it's, beef.
Candy.
That's right. It's beef candy. And that's what's lacking here in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Flips, and you got cool moves, but you don't got the manliness, the hair, the beard. You don't got what it takes to groom up. And you're going to understand why beef candy is the flavor of choice. Move.
I guess beef candy is here in the United Wrestling Network. Who came up with that name?
Collectively, I guess known now as beef candy, and then offering Frankie Frank to take the first bite of beef candy. The first crack at the action here, if you will. I mean, we're no strangers to Richie Slade, longtime competitor in all of the United Wrestling Network, in Hollywood, in Arizona. And what we got going here, a little hand sanitizers. Want to keep it clean, safety first. There are protocols for us to be back in action here at the Ocean View Pavilion. And here we go, action starts. Frankie Frank can't catch a break though, Blake, you know, wasn't able to croon yet again. And Flex saying not today. And let's talk about Flex as a manager. I mean, he was a manager of world champions. He instrumental in the PP3 Cup, which got thrown in the Pacific Ocean, by the way. Cashed in at one time by Pac-3 to win the tag team titles. So Coach Flex has managed tag team champions. He's managed PP3 Cup bearers in the past. So here we go, covered now by Richie Slade. So we can't make light of his accolades.
Now he's managing an awesome head of hair with Richie Slade.
Are you drinking the Kool-Aid now too? Blake Bulletproof Troop. Nice. Back suplex there by Richie Slade into the cover. Trying to rid himself of the aesthetic disruption, Frankie Frank, as he was referred to by Flex.
I gotta say, I love Meat Candy. That is a hilarious name.
Is it meat candy or beef candy?
Oh, beef? I'm not even sure.
That makes two of us. Richie Slade, though, now controlling the action. Here with Frankie Frank. A variation of a Cobra clutch there, $1 Million Dream. Really tying up Frankie Frank here, Blake.
He is, you know, he's actually doing a fantastic job of preventing Frankie Frank from hitting him, probably because he wants to protect his pretty face.
Well, he's attacking the face of Frankie Frank. He was pulling out the beard of Frankie Frank. They made mention of his beard on the way to the ring. Gosh, talk about the fashion police.
When you got a beard like Flexo, you can talk a little smack about other people's beards.
Oh, hold on here. Nope, yep, got to make sure.
I told you, he was managing that that head of hair, too.
Well, you know, a headbutt at this point could be a deadly weapon. The amount of spray on that thing. Here's the cover.
He's got enough hairspray on. That's probably like a helmet.
Richie Slade, though, taking some liberties here. Bending, if not outright breaking the rules. And this is a whole new attitude for Richie Slade. Suplex floats over nicely into the cover, looking to put away Frankie Frank. And we've seen Frankie Frank most recently, we saw in competition with the King Fat Boy, Papo Esco.
Frankie looks a little lost here. He's not sure what to do. He's definitely getting outclassed in the grappling so far by Richie. He's got to get himself up. He cannot stay down on the mat with Richie on his back like this.
Frankie Frank was attacked verbally and now physically from the get-go, but here we go. Sticking him with the jabs. That's one of the fixtures. Great striker is Frankie Frank. Oh, look out here. He's thinking nightcap, that big open hand palm strike. Nobody home. Oh, rolled up nicely into the cover. Is that going to do it? No, close call.
That was beautiful. Frankie was looking to rearrange Richie's face a little bit with those punches.
Really picking up the pace here is Frankie Frank. Double chop.
He did a great job counterattacking there. Richie Slade countered his bottoms up, and then he immediately jumped back on the pressure on Richie.
Oh, Slade was looking for the stage dive. He has won a lot of matches with that. Sends Frankie, oh no! He got caught with that hairspray. We said that was gonna be a weapon, but not like this. Coach Flex, you kidding me? And now unprettier.
The unprettier, he actually told me that he calls that the botch now.
And that's gonna do it.
Like I said, he calls it the botch now because it messes people up.
Richie Slade!
Oh, yeah, make sure you get that hairspray. My God, the ozone layer is screaming with these two. Impressive victory, whole new attitude for Richie Slade. Out to rid the United Wrestling Network of all those that are aesthetically challenged, I suppose.
Richie Slade definitely has a new swagger with Flex behind him.
No doubt about it. Picks up the win with the botch. More to come on Championship Wrestling.
Boo all you want. All I see are dollar signs. The overcharger can charge for expensive car repairs because your warranty expired and there's nothing you can do about it. And overcharging, your days are done. Woo! The Ninja Boys teamed up with Car Shield, the Bill Lauren, mechanic of your choosing, Auto Avenger, and we're treating bullies like him to a buffet of woo! Car Shield cars go farther. Woo!
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is WWE SummerSlam. Join us August 21st. It's free to watch. Plus, you'll get a free game card. That's Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase. NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Meet KAMILLE at our VIP experience and watch her in action. Get your tickets now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. Join us tonight for our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's. Watch WWE SummerSlam with us. It's absolutely free. Plus, we'll give you a free game card. Then, September 5th is our next live TV taping featuring NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE. Meet KAMILLE at our VIP experience. Tickets are available right now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. After all the matches, meet us at Dave & Buster's for AEW All Out. It's free to watch. September 9th, it's our Memphis Wrestling Mayhem on the Midway at the Dyer County Fair, with live Memphis wrestling starting at 7 p.m. and wrestling is free with fair admission. And September 26th, don't miss our Halloween television special. You never know who or what might show up. Stay up to date and informed and get your tickets now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 185 pounds, Jack Cartwright.
Jack Cartwright set for action. Last time we saw him was in a tough one with Jesse James. Jesse James putting the boots to him after the matchup, and coming in for the save was the Neon Phenomenon, who's kind of taking this youngster under his wing a bit. On Flex with the mic. That's just always a great idea. See Flex McCallion along with Richie Slade, collectively Beef Candy.
Still don't know what that means.
No, Maria Starr and our affiliate in Memphis, Championship Wrestling. Big fan of Beef Candy.
Well, if you can reach one person,
Boom!
Tom.
It was sarcastic.
Introducing from Gaines Pasture, he weighs in at 4.5 slabs of pure beef. He is Everlasting Richie Slade.
All right, there we go. The gets the intro from Flex McCallion. And guys, I got to tell you, we're heading towards episode 500 of Championship Wrestling, and we know that now that Richie Slade will tangle. Jordan Clearwater is going to get the match that he wants, Blake. But one of the rules was that between now and episode 500, that Clearwater, who of course is the Heritage Champion now, cannot put his hands on Richie Slade. Slade with a big right hand in the early going of this one. And we're told now, Blake, even more so, that's a vendetta to be sure, but now that match, Clearwater will be defending the Heritage title on episode 500 against his nemesis in Richie Slade of Beef Candy.
I feel very confident in Jordan Clearwater's chances in that matchup. I felt like he was beating on Richie Slade. He's having fun in there.
What is going on? I mean, you saw Cartwright actually before the match started. What a drop kick set. Are we going to wrestle? Cartwright will oblige.
Usually Cartwright that has one or two extra flips in there. We saw it from Richie Slade. Full head of steam in the corner. Reversal there by Richie Slade. Man, look at this fast-paced action here, and sending Cartwright to the outside.
What landed hard, he's clutching at that left leg is Cartwright. I was just going to say, I'm impressed with the athleticism that he is showing and that focus. That, like you said, maybe the Neon Phenomenon having an effect, but Richie Slade going right after that leg.
Taking advantage of that, Blake. I mean, it's got a bullseye on it. Your thoughts on capitalizing on such a thing when your opponent's injured?
I mean, if you're in there to win, I think that it's the right thing to do, but I don't like the way that he went about injuring that or taking advantage of it in a cheap way.
Oh, look at this. Protecting the face. Not the face, but man, look at that corkscrew into the press, and Cartwright coming real close.
On one wheel, he was able to pull that out. Again, I'm just so impressed with Cartwright, time in and time out. You got to believe the results are going to start coming for him in short order.
Really an amazing athlete. Recently went out and competed for FSW in Las Vegas as well. Sweep the leg and now perhaps put him in a body bag. Look out here. I think he was maybe looking for that candy clutch.
Yeah, it looked like that's what he was going for, but Cartwright's savvy enough to get to that rope, but now he's getting dragged right back to the middle of the ring. Slade says maybe the second time will work better.
See, I'm trying to almost hyperextend the knee there. Put some type of pressure on that knee that's already injured.
Well, and if you do that, that's certainly going to take the high-flying antics away from Jack Cartwright. And, I mean, obviously that is, predominantly his offense and defense, really, is the agility in the legs. Suplex by Richie Slade of Beef Candy. Looking to put him away. Again, are we looking perhaps at the next Heritage Champion?
So I always say that it's better to have wheels than guns, but for a guy like Jack Cartwright, his wheels are his guns. So he is losing a lot of his offense as his leg's being beat on.
Excellent point. Double trouble right now for Cartwright, who reverses, but the momentum pulled Slade through. And an aggressive Slade, because Slade doesn't want to lose any momentum going into that big matchup with the Golden Boy at episode 500.
Yeah, absolutely not. And he's looking to slow down Cartwright right now. No, I think Slade maybe looked past Jack a little bit here, and that is a losing proposition if he's not careful, as Cartwright is showing him right now.
The leg gave out again, though. He really is a one-legged man here, Blake, talking about Jack Cartwright. Beautiful drop kick by Slade. Immediately into the cover. He wants to get out of here with a victory, but Cartwright continues to dig down deep.
He might only have one actual leg working, but that's about all of his offense that's being nullified right now by taking that leg out of the equation.
Again, another attempt here to hyperextend the knee. And those ligaments have got to be screaming here and make a wish as well.
I'd like to see him use an up kick. There it was. Beautiful up kick by Jack Cartwright to get out of that position.
At a certain point, Cartwright has got to know that discretion is the better part of valor here. How much damage can he take and keep going, not only in this match, but maybe moving forward? He doesn't want to, sustain an injury that's going to impact him moving beyond this, but look at him going for the victory here.
Can he do
power!
It? Wow, muscles him up into the suplex with the bridge. And if he had held on for a fraction of a second more, he would have gotten the win, guys.
Feeling betrayed. He's just looking at that left leg and just feeling like, why now? I had the victory in my grasp. He is trying to throw anything he can, forcing himself up to that second rope.
It's going to be hard to balance here, though, with an injured leg, guys, and that's not going to help. He landed on his feet, but again, the knee buckles, the leg buckles, Flex getting illegally involved and kicking the leg right out from under Cartwright, and now trying to cinch him up here, guys. Candy clutch time. There it is, locked in, center of the ring.
Yeah, that is a brutal impressive submission right there. Oh,
Here is your winner, Richie Slade.
Yeah, Slade held that on a few extra seconds.
Yeah.
No call for that.
Rubbing it in a little bit too much.
And now, take a look back here. Flex getting involved, guys. The replay brought to you. Oh, no, right back into the action. Come on, not again. This kid has so much heart. He fights with everything he's got, and he continues. What, does he have a target on him? Why does he keep getting attacked after match?
Completely unnecessary. God, poor Jack Cartwright.
Here we go now. We got the Golden Boy.
You better back up, because until episode 500, you can't touch this. You can't touch this. So right now, you're just gonna have to what?
That was one of the provisions by Jamie Iovine. They cannot get physical before episode 500. I mean, his hands are tied here.
Clearwater can't risk the repercussions
That's
of
right.
if he breaks that
Defenseless,
stipulation.
huh?
We don't know what could happen. Could he be? Oh, Anthony Idol doesn't have any hands tied.
And look at him scurry.
We got
Look at
places to
Beef
be.
Candy scurry.
We got places to be, baby.
They don't want any
Candy,
part
baby.
of the neon phenomenon.
Here you go.
You might have a sugar low right now, man.
Yeah.
And
You need that, Idol. Why don't you take it?
Idol continues to show respect for
We're
this
gonna take that
youngster,
belt, baby.
Jack
It's
Cartwright.
guaranteed.
But we've got a date with Destiny coming up between Richie Slade and Clearwater. We'll be back with more right after this.
Candy stones.
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is WWE SummerSlam. Join us August 21st. It's free to watch. Plus, you'll get a free game card. That's Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase. Sunday, September 5th is our next Championship Saturday, featuring NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE and the stars of Memphis Wrestling. Get your tickets at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. The Memphis Wrestling Fan of the Week is sponsored by Orion Federal Credit Union. Check out all the ways that Orion is redefining banking at OrionFCU.com.
Long-awaited matchup on the way, and it'll be for the Hollywood Heritage Championship. Here we see the challenger, Richie Slade. This really all started when Slade took liberties, put his hands on EJ Sparks, and Jordan Clearwater came out to do the right thing. They've had their differences ever since, and Clearwater has not been able to get his hands on this guy, and I gotta think that when he's been hitting the bags in the gym, he's been seeing Slade's face.
Yeah, he's been talking about it in training and using this dislike for Slade as motivation, and I think he's gonna hurt Slade when he gets his hands on him.
But a lot has happened since the start of the issues with Clearwater and Richie Slade, namely Jordan Clearwater becoming the Heritage Champion, and look at the eyes just staring daggers through the challenger, Richie Slade.
No hocus pocus, just focus, looks like, from Jordan Clearwater. He wants to kick this thing off with a bang.
Jordan Clearwater's been waiting to get his hands on this guy, and there have been several times where they've been very close, almost face-to-face with each other, and Jordan could not touch him. He's very, very excited to get in the ring today with Richie Slade.
And an opportunity to defend the prestigious Hollywood Heritage title in the process. And what better place to do it than right here as part of the big episode 500 spectacular. So you got the Vendetta, the rivalry title as well, and here to set the stage, Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Hollywood Heritage Championship. Introducing first, I'll handle it from here, buddy. Introducing first, the challenger, weighing in at 4.5 slabs of pure beef. He hails from Gainesville pasture. He is your next Heritage Champion. He is everlasting Richie Slade!
Introduction was everlasting.
Come on, wait for the bell.
And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the Hollywood Heritage Champion, the Golden Boy, Jordan Clearwater.
My man right there. I am so proud of this kid. He's made leaps and strides of progress over the last 8 months.
Oh, to say the least. And you know, he scored victories here in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He's competed in New Japan Pro Wrestling, live on pay-per-view on Primetime Live. He's got 2 consecutive victories over Will All Day, most recently in a title defense of the Heritage title. I mean, this kid has been on fire using that training at Black House MMA, and now putting the title on the line here in the historic 500th episode. Boy, you can cut the tension here. 2 rivals that do not like each other, and the Heritage title hanging in the balance.
Hey, that's a close strike.
Jordan comes out immediately testing the waters in range with his hands.
Do you believe Flex say, hey, he's going for a closed fist, a closed strike, anything to protect the moneymaker, the face?
They are trying to just sort of milk this no contact as much as they can, but we're in the match now.
I think it's even beyond that. I think Flex is just trying to involve himself, because if he can distract Jordan Clearwater just for a second, that might be all Slade needs to get a slight advantage.
Yeah, I don't know if those tactics are going to work, because as you both have discussed, Jordan has just been making the most of every opportunity that's been coming his way.
Well, and you know what? If you're afraid of getting hit in the face, I agree with you. But if you're afraid of getting hit in the face, the last person you want to be in the ring with is Jordan Clearwater, the master of the Midas touch.
No doubt about it. He's kicked down, every opportunity, and he has kicked in the face every opponent that he has seen.
I think something else to mention about that Midas touch is the size differential between these two. Jordan Clearwater is significantly taller, and because of that height differential, it's going to be much easier for him to land that Midas touch on Richie Slade than a lot of the other opponents Jordan Clearwater's already hit it on.
Slade just playing it as cagey as he can in there right now, trying to avoid the big-time damage of the Golden Boy.
This is smart. Richie Slade's behind him, keeping Jordan Clearwater's weapons facing away from him. Jordan Clearwater comes back with a technical grappling reversal.
That's an excellent point. Now backing up the champion into the ropes, and we get a break.
Hey, come on, Richie.
And again, Clearwater wants to push the pace here. Clearwater wants to amp this up, the intensity, and starts to now transitions to strikes.
I want to see him just continue to beat on Richie Slade. I know Richie's not going to be able to take, oh, beautiful slam. He's not going to be able to take these strikes from Jordan. Jordan hits like a mule.
Now, recently we saw the submission skills of the challenger, Blake. Talking about Richie Slade. Hold on here. Measured. Big chop there by the Golden Boy. We saw that candy clutch. Has Clearwater, and now a big right hand. Talk about getting hit to the face. Has Clearwater worked on his submission defense?
Clearwater has fantastic offensive and defensive submission skills. I am not worried in the slightest about Richie Slade's candy clutch.
Be worried about those shots.
You can tell Jordan's a little bit emotional in there. I want to see him stay a little bit more calm. I don't want to see him get overzealous and put himself in a bad position because he's so emotionally attached to this situation.
I mean, Beef Candy for weeks now has just been taunting him and really driving, this vendetta. So to your point, Blake, Jordan, it might spill over.
Into the cover now after the suplex. And yeah, you don't want to get overzealous. I mean, that's fine when it was just, a rivalry match, when there was bragging rights. But now you got the Heritage title on the line as well. You got to stay composed. You got to find a way if you're the Golden Boy. And he's doing so right now, laser focused at the moment. Big backdrop, long way down off that big frame of the Golden Boy.
I think as long as this stays an orthodox match inside the ring, that I don't think we're going to see Jordan Clearwater get too emotional or drawn out of his character.
And Clearwater just wants to get his hands on Slade. We're going to take a break. This Heritage title match continues right after this.
Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. Join us tonight for our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's. Watch WWE SummerSlam with us. It's absolutely free. Plus, we'll give you a free game card. Then, September 5th is our next live TV taping featuring NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE. Meet KAMILLE at our VIP experience. Tickets are available right now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. After all the matches, meet us at Dave & Buster's for AEW All Out. It's free to watch. September 9th, it's our Memphis Wrestling Mayhem on the Midway at the Dyer County Fair, with live Memphis wrestling starting at 7 p.m. and wrestling is free with fair admission. And September 26th, don't miss our Halloween television special. You never know who or what might show up. Stay up to date and informed and get your tickets now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. The Memphis Wrestling Fan of the Week is sponsored by Orion Federal Credit Union. Check out all the ways that Orion is redefining banking at OrionFCU.com. Sunday, September 5th is our next Championship Saturday, featuring NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE and the stars of Memphis Wrestling. Get your tickets at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com.
Welcome back to this Heritage title matchup here as part of the episode 500 spectacular. And through the break, Clearwater sure got his hands and his feet on Richie Slade.
All over his face, and you saw Flex on the outside. He's about ready to jump out of his wrapper. He was so angry to see that happening.
It's turned into a striking war here, Blake, and now shrugging him off. Drop kick again. You can't take anything away from the athleticism of Richie Slade.
No, you can't. He's doing a fantastic job. He's taken a lot of big shots from Jordan Clearwater thus far. I'm actually impressed with his resilience.
Slade.
A big slam there by Jordan Clearwater.
Hits the canvas hard again. Saw the backdrop earlier, now the big scoop and a slam just getting deposited by Clearwater. But here's a mistake here, guys.
He cannot allow himself to get distracted by Flex. I mentioned this earlier about getting emotional. If he can keep it in the ring and orthodox, then I don't think Flex will play into it. But if he comes on the outside or allows Flex to get him emotionally,
See, the antics of Beef Candy paying dividends once again could cost Jordan Clearwater here. He's in one of the most precarious positions you can be in.
Yep, precarious to be sure. And we'll see here again, this is not the training you taught him here. He wasn't taught to go up top, I think, in the legendary Black House MMA, and it might cost the champion. Does Slade have the power and the balance? He does. Big-time superplex with the title on the line, and Clearwater's in trouble. He hit hard.
Yeah, that was an incredible superplex.
He's draping the arm over, becoming new champion.
Here we go, history to be made.
Yeah, I think that some of these high-flying attacks, there's a hole that we need to fill in Jordan Clearwater's game that I'm just not an expert in.
And again, now going for the cover is Clearwater. And you know, again, guys, champions have been in jeopardy. If you think in recent weeks, you saw Clearwater dethrone Ray Roses. We saw the Bodega defeat SoCal Distancing for the tag team titles, and now the Heritage title on the line yet again.
Yeah, and Jordan Clearwater, you know, he could have lost it himself when he defended against Will Allday. Put a definitive finish on that one, though, and now defending yet again.
And that's a great point. You know, Clearwater put the title on the line in a high-profile matchup just last week, guys. 2 consecutive weeks, 2 consecutive title defenses.
It's lonely at the top for Jordan Clearwater, and Richie Slade, though, looking pretty lonely in the corner, trying to avoid those strikes of the Golden Boy.
Oh, he doesn't want to get hit in the face, and I think he was trying to get out the back door, but that door was closed. Now trying to transition to power. He does, comes out with a sit-out powerbomb. New champ on the way. No. Wow.
As close as it gets. Flex is just coming unglued on the outside. Beef Candy thought they were coming home with some gold.
I mean,
Flex was about to jump out of his skin, guys.
Richie Slade's actually doing very well right now. That counter in the corner was huge for him. That was a big change in momentum.
And again, I think, and now you see it. There we go. That Sling Slade into the cover goes Richie Slade, looking to make history, looking to win the Heritage title. But I think it was another case. It doesn't cost any more to try. Looking again, very pugnacious is Slade. And you saw the eye, and now stacking them up all the way down over the shoulders. You saw the face momentarily there of the champion. Is he in trouble? Is he worried at this point, Blake?
You know, I would imagine Richie Slade's a little worried. Richie Slade just hit him with a big power bomb and that sling blade, and Jordan Clearwater kicked out of both. I'm not sure what type of attacks he's got left in his arsenal that might be able to put Jordan Clearwater down.
Now we know he's got that candy drop. We know he's got the candy clutch, but not where you want to be, where the bigger, stronger champion can really take aim and fire.
I think composure is going to be the key for Jordan Clearwater, whether it's the antics of Beef Candy or taking punishment. What a power slam from Jordan Clearwater into the cover. Could be a successful defense. Richie Slade getting out.
And before mastering that Midas touch, back in the day, Clearwater won quite a few matches with that running power slam, guys.
Yeah, turning back the clock a little bit there with that power slam here on the 500th episode spectacular.
I agree with you, Jimbo, about composure. Oh, here it comes. He's calling for it.
Looking composed right now.
Left leg hospital, right leg cemetery. You ready for this, Richie Slade?
Leave a plot open.
It's over.
He's got him measured. He's got him in his sights. Oh, and look at the basement drop kick. Took out the leg, took out the left leg there, had it scouted. Maybe called his shot a little bit too much there, Blake. Took a little too much time.
I actually agree with you. He telegraphed it a little bit. Richie Slade coming and had a beautiful counter for him.
Richie Slade just too tough a competitor.
Can he
going
get
up top. Oh, came up short.
He ran right into it.
Yeah, could be. Oh, but now look at Flex derailing what should be the finish of this match.
Flex with the challenge. He's not throwing the challenge flag like he used to, but precious time is ticking. You know, Clearwater not even going for the cover because he knows the official out of position. But this thing would have been over. Who is this?
What is going on?
He got hit by the Heritage title.
Who is that?
I think it was one of the ringside photographers. I think he was taking still shots.
Turn the other way! Come on! Richie! Richie! The other way! Richie! Turn
The match continues.
Richie, that way!
And Flex is beside himself. Not this way. Clearwater's not moving.
No! Are you
Here
kidding me?
is your winner and new Hollywood Heritage Champion, Richie Slade.
What in the world just happened, guys? I mean, we had seen the Midas touch. You had Slade off the top, came up short, Midas touch, Flex on the apron, and then somebody inexplicably comes in and hits Clearwater with the title.
And I don't think Beef Candy had anything to do with that. I mean, Flex McCallion looks as surprised as we do.
Well, I think the assailant, I think, is still at ringside, taking a knee out there.
I can't believe they just cheated Jordan
Oh,
Clearwater
Harry,
out of that
you're
title.
right, TK. Who is Stock? Is he?
I mean, it's sickening. And look at this. Slade lost in all this. Slade is the Heritage Champion.
People ask Stitch Boy, why do you love Car Shield so much? I say because I choose my mechanic and coverage. That includes towing and roadside assistance. Expensive car repairs can kiss my woo!
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is WWE SummerSlam. Join us August 21st. It's free to watch. Plus, you'll get a free game card. That's Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase. NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Meet KAMILLE at our VIP experience and watch her in action. Get your tickets now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. Join us tonight for our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's. Watch WWE SummerSlam with us. It's absolutely free. Plus, we'll give you a free game card. Then, September 5th is our next live TV taping featuring NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE. Meet KAMILLE at our VIP experience. Tickets are available right now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. After all the matches, meet us at Dave & Buster's for AEW All Out. It's free to watch. September 9th, it's our Memphis Wrestling Mayhem on the Midway at the Dyer County Fair, with live Memphis wrestling starting at 7 p.m. and wrestling is free with fair admission. And September 26th, don't miss our Halloween television special. You never know who or what might show up. Stay up to date and informed and get your tickets now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com.
Allow me to be the first to congratulate you, Richie Slade. You are the new Hollywood Heritage Champion.
Yeah! You're right about that. But you know what? Let's add a little tagline to that. Succulent Heritage Champion. Because I'm the best looking guy that's ever graced this planet. Because if there was a contest in wrestling on the most handsome man that's ever held this championship,
well, that's a matter of, that's an objective opinion, but you join the ranks, the likes of the Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce, of T.J. Perkins, Peter Avalon, the list goes on and on and on.
And they don't stand a chance. They're not even in my league. Do you understand that? I'm on a different level here.
Different level.
Different. Beef candy. Beef candy. Beef candy. That level.
Welcome back, everyone. And if beef candy was a candy, I think they'd be Take 5.
Yeah, very good point, TK. They're trying to take as much time as they can on the outside, but here comes EJ Sparks to prevent this match from not having the proper conclusion yet again, backing off Flex.
I think Flex was trying to pull the champion out of here and force the count out, which of course the title would stay with the everlasting Richie Slade. Big drop kick there, sending Slade hard and heavy into the corner.
Incredible athleticism and offense on display from EJ Sparks. He's got Slade right where he wants him.
Big corkscrew forearm in the corner. Boy, pressure fighter, I'll tell you what. EJ Sparks is trying to keep this thing in the phone booth.
I'm so impressed with EJ Sparks. Just continues to find ways to raise his game, and hopefully it means he's going to be leaving with some gold.
One step ahead there, EJ Sparks with the block now. Watch out for Flex, watch out for Flex. Grabbing the ankle of the challenger.
Oh, gosh, the numbers game finally coming into play. You know, EJ had been able to sort of fend off the antics of Beef Candy, but coming into play now. But EJ showing
a great tenacity and resilience to get back into this thing, and the champion is rocking and rolling here out on his feet. And EJ Sparks, the challenger, looking to capitalize. Look out here. Thought he was maybe going to go for a sunset flip, but turned into a Northern Lights suplex. What an audible, what a counter by the champion. You got to give credit where credit's due.
I give credit there as well, but EJ Sparks really did get rocked there when Flex distracted him. So I think he's still trying to shake off those cobwebs. He showed great resilience to fight back, but he's a little bit on Dream Street right now.
No doubt about it, you know, and last time they went at it, again, we saw Banning and Clearwater just brawling all over the back, and of course, you know, that had a lot of implications on the recent history of the Heritage title, now held by Richie Slade, but not if EJ Sparks has anything to do about it.
Right now, Slade in control, very proud of himself. Loves that glamour boy look of his.
Now, loves himself, that is for sure.
Absolutely. But Sparks, maybe with those elbows, might rearrange the good looks of Richie Slade.
Oh, man, misdirection play there by the champion and caught him big time upstairs. That's a couple of big shots to the face there. Looking for the candy drop, but powers his way out of it. Roundhouse rhythm, nobody home. Both champion challenger shooting blanks right now, and the challenger sent to the outside.
Yeah, really, Sparks still disoriented since catching that shot to the head, and he's taken another one, and now what's Flex got in store for EJ Sparks? Get out of here.
Whatever it is, it's not going to be sweet. Oh, kicking the leg out from under EJ Sparks.
Oh, and just look at him.
Oh, doing some calisthenics, as he says. And that could take away a lot of the offense. That might nullify that roundhouse rhythm of the challenger if he even gets back in the ring to have a chance to pull that trigger.
Yeah, one of the biggest moves in EJ's arsenal. Slade's already ducked it once in this match. Oh my God, now they're going to continue the work. Again, the game plan, Beef Candy, it's a vicious game plan. Oh my God, post first went at EJ Sparks' knee. Yeah, they're taking away what they must think is EJ Sparks' greatest weapon, and if he doesn't have wheels, he's not going to be able to fight for long.
Yeah, post first and the post leg. I think that's a leg that he posts off of to connect with that roundhouse rhythm, so he's not going to get any elevation if it even comes to that. Getting absolutely pulled apart, that leg being turned into saltwater taffy in a hurry.
Sparks has got to do something. I don't know if he's even going to be able to stand after that.
Well, the referee right there checking on him. Can you continue? And after everything that EJ Sparks, all the close calls for titles, including 2 weeks ago when the match didn't conclude, right when he looked like he was on the cusp of winning, there's going to be no give up, no surcease here in Sparks. He doesn't know when and if he'll get another opportunity.
Yeah, he definitely has the ability to dig down deep. But gosh, the way that now that the target on his leg, and Slade mugging once again. Beef Candy very proud of themselves.
The ring here in the Ocean View Pavilion has become one big operating table, and head surgeon Richie Slade is absolutely carving up that leg of EJ Sparks.
Sparks trying to force himself up and able to avoid the contact.
Oh, look out here. Cutter. Caught him. And the champ goes limp. The champ's in trouble here, James.
The champ's in trouble, but Sparks can't get the cover.
Slow to capitalize.
Slow, he can't even do it. Look at me, look at his face.
That might have been last-ditch effort for Sparks, and it sadly will not be enough because even with that high-impact move, the champion looks as if he's going to get back to his feet first.
Yeah, when you're dealing with a lower leg injury too, that just, it takes away so much from your game, and also psychologically, if you can't trust that you're able to call upon what you normally can, you're going to make a mistake in the ring. But EJ Sparks showing that he is still game, using that injured leg. Pyrrhic victory as it may be.
Sure does, but if nothing else, buys the challenger precious time to try and get feeling, trying to get blood flow back into that leg. And the champ is on rubbery legs, to say the least. Wow, sacrifice play there. Sacrifice play by the challenger.
Yeah, but like you said, though, trying to get feeling back in there, maybe absorbing some of those shots, maybe start to normalize it a little bit. EJ Sparks on one leg trying to win this Heritage Championship. Oh, my God.
See, he couldn't do it. That post leg, he couldn't get the elevation. And now into a leg lock here.
No.
And really applying the pressure. At deathlock.
That's double trouble for EJ Sparks, too. Could get a submission, could get a pinfall. Sparks, he's not careful.
He's reaching, just agonizing pain, and he's got no choice but to tap.
Here is your winner, and still Hollywood Heritage Champion, Richie Slade.
Richie Slade finds a way, has a big assist by Flex. Let's look back at the action, brought to you by Zebra Talk. You can support the collective of referees at ProWrestlingTees.com/Zebra Talk. And here was a turning point in the matchup. Flex taking the leg out from EJ Sparks. Sparks continued to fight, showed so much heart, but in the end, the damage was done. The champ locks in the submission and gets the victory.
Yeah, EJ Sparks tried as gamely as he could, but guy was on one leg by the end of the match. Heartbreaking defeat for EJ Sparks.
Heartbreak indeed, and the title reign continues.
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is WWE SummerSlam. Join us August 21st. It's free to watch. Plus, you'll get a free game card. That's Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase. Sunday, September 5th is our next Championship Saturday, featuring NWA Women's World Champion KAMILLE and the stars of Memphis Wrestling. Get your tickets at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. The Memphis Wrestling Fan of the Week is sponsored by Orion Federal Credit Union. Check out all the ways that Orion is redefining banking at orionfcu.com.
Hello, folks. Jack Farmer standing by with Flex McCallion and Richie Slade. Now, Richie, because of the rematch clause tonight, you are going to get a rematch with...
No, not just Richie. You see, the last time that Richie signed his luxurious contract here in Hollywood, we added in a candy clause. And from this point forward, we're going to enact that clause. So when you take on Beef Candy, you have to defeat 100%. Richie is 50%. Do you know who the other 50% is?
If he's 50...
Do the math.
No.
Do the math.
Who's the other 50?
You're looking at him, Twizzler. It's me, the Beef Lord, Flex McCallion. So you will take on not only the everlasting Richie Slade, but the other 50% of Beef Candy. Beef Candy. Beef Candy. And tonight, the bed won't be cold anymore because baby's coming home. Because I'm tired of sleeping alone. I know, Richie. It'll be warm real soon, baby.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and will be contested under handicap rules. Introducing first, from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 191 pounds, Jack Cartwright.
Last time we saw Jack Cartwright came within an eyelash of becoming the United Television Champion. His future was in doubt because the stipulation was set that if he lost the match, he would be out of championship wrestling. It was a time limit draw, so he may not have won, but he didn't lose, and he continues his promising career.
So great to see him back here at Championship Wrestling.
And introducing his opponents at a combined weight of 4,012 pieces of rock candy, Flex McCallion and everlasting Richie Slade, Beef Candy.
Things are not going to get any easier, though, for Jack Cartwright, as once again, you have to take on not 50%, but 100% of Beef Candy under these handicap match rules.
Unbelievable that they were able to negotiate this into their contract. But like you said before, operating like left Twix and right Twix, always something to say, Beef Candy.
Proposition, son. We're going to make this sweet and simple for you. There's two of us and one little you. We need you to lay down today. You need you to lay down and make this really simple on yourself. What do you think? Take the pin, lay down.
There's two of you.
1, 2, 3. There's two. Are you ready?
I think, Beef Candy, I think there's something great that you guys could do. You guys could chew on my Twizzler.
Oh, wow. I love the fire in a returning Jack Cartwright. New confidence, perhaps.
Cartwright, oh, what a shot there by Flex. And then following up is Slade. Well, you know, in the past, young Jack Cartwright had been duped by the likes of Howdy Price, Levi Shapiro into taking a proposition. Not this time, but he paid for it. Look at Cartwright go, though. Taking them both down with the drop kick.
One thing to note about Cartwright is he is an incredible athletic guy. He's done a lot of gymnastics and he's been an athlete his entire life. If he's able to utilize his speed and agility, he can definitely take on both members of Beef Candy. He needs to continue to stay on his wheels and moving around, landing attacks when he can and avoiding attacks when he can.
He doesn't just stay on his wheels, he stays on his cartwheels as well. And now Snapmare takedown by Cartwright, gets the distance he needs, big shot. Whoa, standing tumbleweed into the press, almost put away the former Heritage champ.
The alacrity, the agility, firing on all cylinders. Jack Cartwright, I love seeing this out of the young man.
It's going to be hard for him to continue this pace, though. He's got to start doing some big damage. That's why you see him going for big attacks like this. He needs to hurt these guys. He can't just beat them up a little bit. If he wants to win, he needs to do a lot of damage quickly.
The numbers game coming into play with Beef Candy now. Jack Cartwright took a very rough shot in the face.
Ooh, look out here, not where you want to be with Richie Slade. They assisted Candy drop. And Cartwright might be out here, and indeed he is.
Here are your winners, Beef Candy.
Beef Candy picking up the victory. Let's take a look back at the action brought to you by CarShield. CarShield cars go farther. And Cartwright showed incredible heart, athleticism, as you said, but in the end, the candy cap rules forced Cartwright to fall victim.
Oh, now we've seen this before. We've seen this before. Beef Candy taking to branding their victims. Poor Cartwright. That assisted candy drop was so vicious, and now just being picked. I hate to see this.
Just being insult to injury, being branded here.
Completely unnecessary.
Hey, cartwheel, chew on that.
A physical and verbal assault by Beef Candy, who continue this vulgar display of power. Right, fans, that was a look at Beef Candy. Tough when you have to contend with not only right Twix, but left Twix as well. And the duo from Gaines Pasture gained Heritage title gold. And speaking of championships, Jack, next week we focus on the Arizona State title.
Yes, we call United Wrestling Network the epicenter of pro wrestling for a reason, and we get to see the Arizona State Championship defended right here on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood next week.
Many of the greats in the United Wrestling Network have vied for that, as you like to say, piece of jewelry.
Yeah, so that has been wrapped around the waist of some of the cream of the crop, brother.
Yeah. Dig it. I dig it, and you'll dig it next week when, once again, it's time to fight on.